Welcome to the review of writing ratios. And if we look at this, it says recall, and hopefully you remember last year using a ratio because that was part of your sixth grade curriculum. And what a ratio is it is a comparison between two quantities, and quantities just means numbers or amount of something. So we're going to use the following pictures to write ratios. Now there's several ways to write ratios, and the first, if I look at example number 1, it said spoons to forks. So we consider this the first quantity we're going to write. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spoons, and we can put to the number forks, and there's one fork. So this is the first way to write a ratio, using the first quantity they gave us to the second quantity. The next example says forks to spoons. So if I count the number of forks, there's one fork, but this time we can change the word to a colon. So that's one of the other ways that we can express a ratio. And the number of spoons is still 5. So this is the second way that we can express a ratio. The third way is in fraction form, and that's the preferred way, and that's the way we're going to choose to use coming up. So if I look at knives, I can count 2 knives. To spoon, so the word to I'm going to use like a division or fraction bar to spoons, and there were 5 spoons. So from this point forward, we're going to set our problems up or set our ratios up like they're fractions or in fraction form. So I can see that there's knives, and we look up there, we see 2 knives again, and this time it says all silverware. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of silverware. Please take a moment to work on E through H independently, and then come back and check your answers when you have this completed. All right. Letter E is all the spoons, which is 5, to all of the silverware, which is 8. All of the silverware, there's 8 pieces of silverware and 1 fork. So silverware to forks. This one was a little bit tricky because it said forks and knives. I have 1 fork and 2 knives, so that total is 3 compared to the spoons, which is 5. And finally, spoons compared to knives. So please turn to the back side of this paper. I'd like you to go to IXL to practice writing ratios. And so if you log on, you're going to go to the Learning, which is in the upper left-hand corner. You're going to choose Math, and then it says View by Grades. And we're going to choose 6th grade because this was actually introduced in 6th grade. If you choose R1, it talks about writing ratios like we did just a moment ago. R2 focuses on writing ratios as fractions, and that's our preferred way. And finally, R3 is a little bit more challenging, writing ratios from word problems. And that's exactly where we're heading in this unit. Good luck with this, and I hope you enjoy doing this.